R&B. You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Welcome back to the most must-see sports talk debauchery available on the interweb. Welcome back to another episode of DSR2, baby, live in the studio. Chilling, getting crazy, NBA playoffs. Baseball's just starting to kick into gear, and oh my God, everybody's lost their mind. They can gamble on sports, and they don't have to go to Vegas or Atlantic City or any crazy place to do it. Oh my, all you people out there, what are you more happy about, legalized gambling or legalized pot? I know that's probably about 90% of our audience, so let's get into it, that and a whole lot more on this episode of DSR2. So without further ado, let's do the do that we do at DSR2. I am Scrappy, and here is your host, Johnny the Moose.
Hey, here we are back here, another edition of DSR2. Yes, we finally got nice weather here in Michigan. The flood is no longer, it's gone, at least till the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, again, a lot to talk about. We got the NBA conference finals going on. Can anybody upset that Golden State? Is Cleveland going to falter? Are they going to come back? We'll see what happens. Is Brad Stevens a mad wizard? Yes. He is playing with the forces of dark magic to get this team with the 2 wins. Also, we got the NHL conference finals as well. We'll talk about that. I don't care if Washington's up 2-1. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them.
You're not buying it?
No.
You're not buying what they're selling?
No.
You're not picking up what they're laying down?
No.
You're not on the
they can
bandwagon?
lift this Lord Stanley's Cup, and I'm still not buying it.
You're not buying it?
No.
So even if they have a parade, you're just like, no.
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen. It's not.
It's the Capitals.
It's the Capitals. It just never, ever happened. Well, we were right about the Toronto thing. They did exactly what they were who we thought they were.
They were, yes.
So we'll see.
And again, wow, coach of the year, get fired. Well, maybe he wasn't really coach of the year.
Yeah, maybe the guy who's like whooping ass out there. Maybe that guy. Maybe the guy that's up 2-0 right now in the
Eastern
Conference Finals. There, God,
maybe he should have coach of the year.
Not one single vote, Moose. It's been a full week, and I still have not wrapped my brain around that. I was down at D-Dot today in Detroit, talking to them guys that fix the buses and shit, and them guys are still tripping on that shit.
Everybody I've talked to a man goes,
still tripping on that shit.
Did he not get? First of all, how did he not win? Much less, how did he not get a single vote?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're like, how did he not win it? And then when I tell them he didn't get one single vote, they all look at me like I got 2 heads. They're like, what? I'm like, Google that shit. He didn't get one single vote, not one. You're like, that ain't even. And I'm like, dude, it's haterade. They're like, yeah, damn right it is.
Haters hate.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because like all this time, and people that aren't even in the market are upset by this thing. Like, this is Detroit. I wasn't in Boston.
We hate Boston. We still think he got jobs.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, real knows real, and it is what it is. I just don't get it, man. You can't deny things when you see what it.
You lose.
You can't tell me I didn't see what I saw.
You lose your second best player 5 minutes into the season. Then you lose your best player 3/4 of the way through the season, right. And they still end up with the second best record in the East. Right. And they're now up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes, over the team that was favored to go all the way.
Yep,
in their conference.
Yeah,
to the finals.
Dwayne Casey wins it and gets fired.
Yeah, I just
again maybe it really wasn't his fault. There, it was basically the players have no heart. They're they should call themselves.
Damn, who's like they just got no heart.
They got no heart, man. That team should be called the Tin Men because they got no heart.
Jeez.
Yes, Tin Men, not the Raptors. Tin Men. Toronto Tin Man. They'll have the damn Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz on there. Why? Because they got no heart.
They got no heart, man. Moose is ruthless.
I'm just saying the way it is. We saw it. You
Yeah.
knew it. I knew it. Everybody in America knew it.
Yeah. Well, we call
Except
it.
for these idiots say, well, you know, a lot of people thought they had a chance. No, they didn't.
Nope. I don't believe they did. I mean, that's just my take on the scenario. I just didn't think that they had.
We knew it.
Yeah. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
And again, Hardy can go off for 42 and they still lose by double digits. Doesn't matter. Play your ISO ball you want. You're going to put it right in the Golden State's hands and they're going to kill you.
Well, it's what we talked about last time or last week. It's we've talked about it many times before. The way the Lakers back in the day, they had 5 Hall of Famers on that team. It's the depth.
Yes.
You know, you can't get around that depth. That's what Golden State's got. Some of those the greatest.
San Antonio, they wouldn't have won 5
Right.
Why? They had depth.
Right, and that's what it is. I mean, it's just they got guys. I mean, who would have thought Draymond Green would have turned out to be what he is? I mean, that's what they did. Like the Pistons of the Bad Boys era. We talked about that. They did the same thing. They found a lot of guys. They were just deep. Even Jordan's Bulls when they went on that and they brought in Rodman and all that. Those were deep teams. You know what I mean? So let's not get it twisted. Like all the teams that have won multiple championships have all been very deep teams, and that's something that's hard to overcome. If you have a team that is that makes good choices and drafts well and gets rookie contracts, that's what the Celtics are going to be. That team.
Oh yeah,
because they got those young rookie contracts, they got good players, and they can keep them around a little bit longer. And those are the keys to your success. Because if you and then being willing to pay a little luxury tax, that probably
that'll help.
That helps.
Yeah,
that's why Golden State.
Even if Boston doesn't win the East on there, which again, till they're up 3-1, I'm not buying it. And there, I still think Cleveland's. You got to beat the man. You got to beat the man.
You're right.
On there, but again, you look at this is good for the younger players. This is good for Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier, because next year when they got Kyrie Irving coming back and they got Hayward coming back, that team's going to be scary.
Yeah. Yep.
And then again. So we'll look at happen. I mean, what happens if the lottery happened and they end up with like that second or third pick? Holy Jesus Christ!
Right.
That team would have been like Golden State. They would have said, "All right, come on, Golden State. I think we're gunning for you." Honest, but so I think Golden State's again the cream of the crop there. But if you had Boston, if they would have added on like Jaren Jackson or again one of the other guys, I mean Marvin Bagley the third on there. And he would go, holy crap! I mean, unfortunately, as it goes to Philly and whatever. But I think Philly and Boston are going to be the cream of the East, and it's going to be everybody else. Because as we said, LeBron's going out west. He's going to the Clippers.
We've been talking about that. I'm not so sure that the Clippers is where he goes, but I see. Yeah, he's gone. He's just gone. I mean,
well, you look at the Clippers under; they're not a bad team. Ended with 2 lottery picks in this year's draft. Thank you. You should thank the Pistons for that one. On there, so they'll get 2 lottery picks at the end of the lottery, but it's still this is a deep year wise. You got DeAndre Jordan on there. You've got some players there that, wow, Pistons gave. There were not bad role players there. And then you're going to add LeBron and lottery. I mean, I think he goes to the Clippers. They've got the money. And they got an owner that just has more money than God.
I think there's a good chance he goes to a team like Philly.
He's got the house out west. He wants to build a media empire. And I think he's looking after basketball. And I think that's why he wants to go out to the West Coast.
Nothing he's doing is stopping him from going out west. Not being on an East Coast team stops him from going to LA. And I'm telling you right now, this dude wants to play with his kid. I'm telling you right now, he wants to play with little LeBron Jr. He wants to be the first father-son playing. He wants that more than he wants this after basketball thing. It's there and it's in the back of his head, but that's after basketball. And he's trying to get to me and my son playing in the league together. That is a fact. And he's going to do that shit in Philly. You watch. He's going to do that shit in a conference where he's not going to get dominated every year.
Oh, that's why I think in Philly, him saying Philly for basketball, that makes the most sense there.
Right.
Especially if they've got a lottery pick, dude. They got also another top 10 pick with it. So, yeah, that team could be really when it's on there. Yeah, because the East is going to be a 2-horse race. It's going to be Philly and it's going to be Boston. And if he goes to Philly, they may tip that in their favor a little bit on there. But I think that this could be a rivalry on there. The old days, Philly versus Boston, 2 cities that actually hate each other's guts.
Right.
On there. That would make, again, make sense on there. But yeah, again, we look at the lottery. Jesus Christ.
That is the shittiest piece of stagnant dog shit you could put on television.
Oh my God.
Holy crap, dude. Like, I rather just put like a webcam on a nest of doves, and I would rather watch that. And all they do is sleep and shit on each other.
Exactly. A thing I showed it last year, 10 minutes tops. They gotta just drag.
It was so stale.
Like
it was so garbage.
Just the tournament show. Oh, the selection under. We can go alphabetical order. What you got? It's perfect because go by region. And then you can break it down. Go over the one region, break it down a little bit, go to the next region. No, we're going to do it alphabetical. Oh, gee. Why do you take a good thing and just turn it into shit? But again, the lottery show is just like, oh, I'd rather watch paint dry.
Oh, God, that was so horrible.
To be all good. And the Pistons, should have hired Becky Harmon because you would have been guaranteed a top 3 pick.
She wasn't coming here.
I don't care if she comes. Just make the offer.
She wasn't coming here. You could make the offer. She's not coming here.
At least get that top 3 pick because
you're not getting that pick. Not getting that pick. She's not coming here. None of that. That's
I want to come here from anybody.
No, nobody. Who would? Who's going to come
They're
here?
talking Kiki Vanderway.
See, exactly.
Brett Berry.
Yeah.
And Shane Battier.
That's awesome.
I think Shane Battier is smart enough to say, no, I want to go there. And again, so, it's just like,
I don't.
Just no. Mike Budenholzer is now the new Bucks head coach.
Who the fuck is that?
He used to coach the Hawks.
313-349
again
5652. If you know who the fuck that guy is, no. Jeez Louise.
Who cares?
Talked about the Celtics and Cavs. 1-on-5 is a hard way for any team to win. LeBron can't continue to do it forever.
He ran out of gas last night.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. It's like, you're fine. We're going to punish you. You're going to go in there. Those are going to be 42 hard points on there. And basically,
see, what they have to understand is that these are the guys, like, you could say that this 1-on-5 shit and all that, but these are the cats LeBron wanted.
He handpicked them.
He wanted this fucking team. So.
It would have been a lot easier if he kept Kyrie Irving. Oh, but he didn't like him.
There's a lot of
they want to share the spotlight.
There's a lot of very questionable moves that they made with the roster based on what he wanted, and it has not worked out at all.
No, maybe you can let the owner hire a legit coach and not let you coach a team.
A legit GM. I mean, he was dictating who was coming in and who was going out. I mean, that's insane. The inmates running the asylum like that. I mean, LeBron obviously doesn't know that end of the game very well because how many championships has that fucking gotten him? They got him one. Dumb luck, as far as I'm concerned.
Dumb luck. It got him. You know why he got him that championship? Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, Kyrie. Yeah,
Kyrie won that championship.
Yep, we've talked about it here on the show before. And you send your hate mail. I don't care.
And when LeBron didn't win that championship, Kyrie won that championship for them.
Yep.
Yeah. End of story there. But yeah, you look down there, look at what that what Boston has.
Well, it's simple as this. It's simple as effort. Like, there is no reason. You know how many uncontested shots?
Uncontested shots.
That is unreal. I saw footage of LeBron James.
Drove the lane on that team in the fourth.
LeBron James is giving his man a 24-foot cushion. It makes no fucking sense. He's standing in the paint with my man standing at the 3-point line. No, doesn't even bother looking at him, and he's just hoping he misses and will come down with a rebound.
Right.
He wants to pad his stats, but he doesn't want to win. And that was evident last night. I mean, and they can't hold leads either. They're not a team that holds leads either.
No.
They can get up on somebody and still get beat.
That's exactly it.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm down. I'd like to see Boston go at it. I like the way that they play. I think that's a better series if Boston wins this in the East. You know, if you're going to get Golden State, I think having that depth of all those guys that have played all year, I just the way they're playing, I don't know. To me, it'd be more entertaining anyway than watching LeBron go out there and fail again.
Yes.
You know,
that's what I said. Again,
this is my take on it.
I think Boston, because again, whether nobody's going to be, as we said, Golden State on there, they are the best team on there. Again, they're like the super team with it. So again, they will run through Houston, and they're going to basically whoever comes out of the East is going to be over in 4. But again, it gets those young kids in Boston the experience to say, you know what?
Don't say that shit's over in 4. You all need to watch it. Like, LeBron's been here before. Like, y'all forgot that he was down 3-1 in the finals against the Golden State Warriors, a team that's unbeatable, right? A team that won like 80 games.
Yeah.
And they came back and they won it.
Well, they won it too, but again, this Cleveland team is not that Cleveland team.
And this Boston Celtics team hasn't won a game on the road in the playoffs.
I'm not saying that, but if Boston gets to Golden State, it's going to be a good experience for them. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. But people are talking about this series as over.
No,
it's not over. It's not over. The Celtics.
If the Celtics win Game 3, then maybe.
Maybe they haven't won a game on the road yet in the playoffs. Not yet.
All I know is it doesn't matter who comes out of the East because Golden State's won it in 4.
I don't think Boston wins Game 3. I think Cleveland holds court.
Yes.
I just can't. I can't imagine them. But I definitely see. I definitely. I like where Boston's going and what Boston's doing, and
it just shows you on there because again, that little fat little leprechaun Danny Ainge knows what he's doing at GM.
Well, he seems to. He's gotten really lucky with a lot of things too. So
obviously, he showed it. Basically, is really you look on there.
Did do some no guts, no glory type stuff over there though.
Jason Tatum was legit. I mean, basically there was a guy on there kind of flew in the right rate of the draft because he missed last year with the knee injury with Duke and that. But I mean, look on there and he's a legit 3 on there. You go, holy crap. Right. That gets these young guys on there. I mean, again, and I still say Brad Stevens is a mad wizard.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And we said that on there. Should have coached the year wise.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's just crazy.
It's not even close on that. So,
but and then you shift. But you shift. These games are just out of hand because you shift over to the West. They're not playing any defense over there either. We're just gonna play 100. Whoever gets the 121st wins. Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah.
These are the new games. So we got the Western Conference games getting ready to kick off here at 9, and they can't even fit Charles Barkley and Shaq behind their little broadcast table. Like they don't even fit. They're so huge that they're like, look it looks like they're sitting around like a little tiny coffee table, like like they should take their shoes off if they're like at a Japanese restaurant or something.
And table.
Chinese restaurant. What the hell are they doing? I mean, geez Louise. Make the table bigger and then give the small guy some bigger stools or something. Looks ridiculous. It's like Godzilla came into the set and just decided to sit here. Oh, yeah, Shaq smash. God.
So they're talking about it. Who's the winners and losers of the draft? Well, Detroit was.
We were all the fucking losers. We watched that lottery shit.
I didn't watch it live. I just knew what it was going to be.
I turned it on by accident. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What am I watching? And I watched about 3 minutes of it. I was like, this is the most stagnant piece of shit programming I've ever seen in my life. Why are we doing this? And they were like breaking down all the history.
Washington was the loser. And basically, obviously, you go team-wise on there. Who was the loser? Obviously, Pistons. And they were talking about Cleveland was the loser because, LeBron's going to leave. But, they end up with the number 1 pick the year he left on there. Now this year, it's like, nope. You stay at 8 with Brooklyn's pick.
Yeah, but still, that was number 8 pick. It's still a good pick. It's a good pick if you can keep LeBron around. But if you can make the pick,
Mavericks, who is tanking fell to 5, but this year's draft's not a problem. With it, I think the loser might be DeAndre Ayton because he goes. So.
Yeah.
Good news is Devontae Booker basically is going to go, hey, well, I got at least a legit player to play with me now, and the true 7-footer from Arizona, for the freshman out of Arizona via the Bahamas. There, I mean, he's a beast. He is the prototypical big man in today's NBA. A big man that can handle the ball, can rebound, can shoot, can actually shoot from outside a little bit too. So I mean, he is everything that Andre Drummond is not.
Right.
Because he can shoot from the outside. And again, he is another legit 7-footer, and he's like 285 pounds, so he's a monster wise with it. And again, he will be the first pick overall. It's the most obvious first pick on there with it. But again, that's what it is. You're looking for the new prototypical center. You're looking for another, again, Brow, Anthony Davis. Right. That's what you're looking for, is that big man who can handle the ball and shoot from outside. And we say the stretch 4. Now they're actually going to stretch 5 because you're getting 7-footers that could do it.
They could do it too, yeah. 313-349-5652. We were talking about a little bit about the NBA conference finals and such. Charles checks in and says, how come J.R. Smith doesn't get suspended, but Draymond does for doing basically the same thing a couple of years ago? Wasn't Draymond like a technical limit or something like that?
Yes.
And so isn't that why he got suspended? Did he have like a flagrant foul or something like that?
So many technicals throughout.
And that's why he was gone.
Plus, the NBA wanted him gone because they wanted to give the title to Cleveland.
Well, and there you go. I think you're falling right into what Charles is getting at, because they had no problem suspending Draymond Green in that home. It was a pretty pivotal game there. It changed the complexion of that playoff run that we were talking about. And
because again, Golden State would have won that one if Draymond was suspended for Game 6. Just like if we go hockey wise, is 2009. If Malkin was suspended for Game 6 and on there where he wasn't, the Wings would have won that one. But no. Fix is in.
So, but there is a lot of people that are, there is that double standard there. When you look at it, it's just, they're not going to suspend anybody, I don't think, in this series unless you do something really crazy.
Yes.
And that's unfortunate because they had no problem doing it to Draymond and affecting the outcome of the finals.
No.
But they won't do it. So it does show favoritism towards LeBron in Cleveland.
Yes. I mean, you look at their wise with it. And that's
I named Texter, translation, NBA wants Cleveland to win Game 3 and extend the series. I mean, I guess. But again, say for example, what happens if this does? And this probably will go 7. So this series goes 7. What happens if Golden State does sweep Houston and on there? You think Cleveland's gonna be gassed if that happens? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it'll be a 4-game series, and it won't even be It won't even be that close.
Right.
It should be actually a 3-game sweep, because I think again, if they go Game 7 and Golden State has like a week off on their, Golden State's going to blow them out by 25 points a game.
Right.
I mean, that's what I thought. As you looked at what happened Monday night there, Golden State's basically, they're all healthy now, and they're ready to start making statement games. Oh, yeah, you thought Houston had a chance. Well, now we're all back. We're all healthy.
Right.
See what happens on there. I think this team might be too, like, don't believe in us? Fine. Here's what's going to happen. Boom. But I mean, if they blow out Houston by 20 again, it's over. I mean, you're going to be like, oh, crap.
Right.
But, again, they're the best team. They're the deepest team. And then they've got the best 5 starters out there, plain and simple. It's not even close.
Right.
But
Charles says, another Charles. It's a Charles.
Found out who Mike Budenholzer was. He was 17 years as an assistant under Pops before getting hired in Atlanta in 2013.
That worked out for him.
It's Atlanta. Nobody can win in Atlanta. It's like Toronto.
It says someone says leave LeBron alone and shut down everybody else. You can beat the Cavs every time. Well, that's not even true. That's not even what they're doing. They're not trying to shut down. I mean, they're trying to shut down LeBron. They're not leaving him alone. They're doubling.
He's scoring, but they're making him pay. These are not easy baskets.
Yeah, they're just making him earn every basket. So
and then by the fourth quarter, you look at what he was gassed.
Right. So like your formula is not what they're using to beat them and blow them out. So you can, but you can't if you double LeBron and you just say I'm going to commit everything to stopping LeBron, you will get cut up by the Cleveland shooters. You've got guys out there that can shoot from the outside, and they do. You ask these coaches, and they will tell you that if you do that, the 3-point shooting of Cleveland's good enough to beat you.
Right.
It is. I mean, Love can shoot from a distance, and you got a couple guys that can shoot. So,
but the one thing is, Boston at least plays a little bit of some sort of resemblance of actual defense.
Well,
right?
Boston plays defense. Boston plays hustle ball. Boston grinds it out. That's a totally different scenario.
Right.
That's not necessarily what we're talking about here. But yeah, I mean they play a totally different game. But that's not the formula there of just letting LeBron get off. That's not what's working. That's not what's getting it done. So what's getting it done is just playing solid defense and making LeBron work as hard as possible. You see that shoulder to the jawbone in like the third? He wasn't right after that. No. They dropped it to his knee, down to a knee. Finally the king had to bow down to somebody else. And he
don't play that.
Yeah, and he shook. I think that was just before the half, actually.
Yes.
And he had to shake it off and come back out, but he wasn't the same guy in the second half. And that's why, because they made him earn every basket that he got. And it's not about stopping him. It's just about making him work, and making him work. And the harder he feels he has to work, the harder he'll work. And then it takes away from the rest of the team. So that's what you do. That's how you beat him. That's the formula. If you just like go after LeBron and try to shut him down and double him and come off, you're going to have what's his name cutting you up from the 3-point line.
Right.
Korver.
Kyle Korver, or you can actually have Love too out there.
So, yeah.
But again, the rest of his team looks like they just gave up too. Again,
well, they're done, and you know what? They're probably sick of listening to that motherfucker. I mean, straight up. You see it? That I wouldn't care if we were winning or not. But if we're tired and we're losing and we're getting beat by a bunch of nobody. I'm done with LeBron's fucking game. Like, I'm sick of his fucking mouth. Like, he can't get the fuck out of town quick enough. I don't care if he goes to LA or Philly or fucking. I don't give a fuck where he goes. Just get the fuck out. Like, I'm done. I'm done listening to him. I'm done with this shitty puppet ass coach we got. The fucking joke of a fucking owner who can't fucking, fuck this. Like, I don't want to be anywhere near Cleveland. And if I'm stuck in a contract and I'm stuck there, I can't wait till LeBron's gone. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Because we're not winning now. So putting up with your bullshit ain't even worth it.
No. And you know what? The moment the season's over, we know you're gone.
Yeah. So just don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Right.
Fucking see ya.
I'm with you.
I mean, so if I'm a player, there's gonna be an element of relief when he's gone from that team, and there'll be a fucking dumpster fire. But still, that's a whole other story, because that team's screwed. Like, LeBron's like, yeah, get all these guys and pay them too much money, and then we'll lose, and then I'll leave, and you'll be fucked.
Right. You ain't getting the number one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get anybody in free agency. You can't trade up, trade down. You can't move around. You can't do nothing. You're just done.
Done. All right, we're going to take a quick break here with that.
Jeez.
Done.
Well, it's just one of those things where it's like, whoa, okay. I don't know.
And when we come back, we'll talk about, also, again, we got conference championships going on. and that is in hockey.
Oh, shoot. There's hockey on?
There's hockey going on,
I forgot all about hockey.
and I'm not buying into Caps. I don't care.
Come on.
And go Winnipeg.
Come on and go Winnipeg, he says. You don't mean all that.
I mean all that.
That is
We're talking NHL, Stanley Cup, Conference Championships here. After the flip side.
Oh,
there,
Jesus
we have
Christ.
DSR2 Studio 57 Radio.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Party people, this is the old resident Doc Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, then your radio ain't really on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, Scrappy here to tell you about that radio show. Hang with me as I break down the world of entertainment with great guests, celebrity interviews, awesome games with wonderful prizes. Also, we've got the biggest library of underground hip-hop of any station on the net. You mix in a little stand-up comedy and a text line so your voice can be heard, and you got a pretty good little show. But add listener-controlled programming. Yeah, you heard me. Listener-controlled programming, where you, the listener, can decide what makes it on the air. And now you've got the greatest show ever created. So join my show, your show, our show, the people's show, that radio show, each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only here on Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, this is your boy Big D, here to tell you about Mark for Life Tattoos. Guys, this place is the cleanest, most laid-back studio in Metro Detroit, and the artists are top-notch. And if you're like me from the D, you need to stop in on Fridays for that D-Day and get your old English D for only $20. Not interested in tattoos? Mark for Life does body piercings. Mark for Life is located at 22533 Van Dyke in Warren, and the guys are there 7 days a week from noon to 9. So give them a call at 757-2222. That's 586-757-2222. Tell them Studio 57 sent you and get 20% off. So what are you waiting for? Call them now.
Hey everybody, Smokey here to tell you about Allstate Tire. With winter fast approaching, the most important thing between you and the road is your tires. So don't put your safety in just anybody's hands. Go to Allstate Tire. With new and quality used tires available, you can trust Allstate Tire for all your tire needs. You can visit them at 14208 9 Mile Road in Warren, or give them a call at 586-779-8759. Allstate Tire, your source for quality new and used tires.
What's happening, everybody? Scrappy here to tell you about Love and Life Club. Love and Life Club is a social networking club that's located at 19960 James Cousins. That's the Lodge Service Drive between 7 and 8 Mile Road in the D. You need to stop in for $5 Fridays for great music, food, and drinks. I personally recommend the chicken. Love and Life Club is also available for rental for bachelor parties, wedding receptions, or any party for that matter. For more information, log on to www.loveandlifeclub.com. That's loveandlifeclub.com. call D at 313-999-2824. That's 313-999-2824. That's Love and Life Club. If you're loving life, you need to be in the club.
Taking over this broadcast for the ultimate underground.
You know when you hear that sound, the sound of the ultimate underground live concert webcast from the Detroit area. We go to the most famous, or should I say, infamous venues in the D and bring the underground music scene from the streets to your computer like nobody else can. There's only one catch. You never know when or where the ultimate underground is going to take over a broadcast. So you need to stay tuned to Studio 57 Radio all day, every day, for clues on when and where the next ultimate underground may happen. Now, there's no other station on the net that's going to give you this live webcast of some of the hottest artists in the D. That's the ultimate underground live on your home for hip hop, rock and metal, Studio 57 Radio, baby.
Goodbye.
Get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. Studio 57 is a 32-track digital recording studio that utilizes Kool-Aid, Logic Pro, Shure, AKG, said hi to y'all. Mac, Boss, Ibanez, Fender, Fruity Loops, and many, many more to make your music pop. Experienced and friendly engineers make Studio 57 feel like you're home away from home. With beat creation, mixing, mastering, digital media conversion, and DJs for any event, Studio 57 Records is your one-stop shop for all your music entertainment needs. We have online bill pay and flexible payment schedules that makes Studio 57 the place to be. For more information, visit Studio57Records with a Z.com. That's www.studio57RECORDZ.com or call us at 586-420-3390. That's 586-420-3390 or log on to Studio57Records.com. Just remember one thing, baby. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets.
Party people, this is the original Doc Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, then your radio ain't really on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Oh shit, rebels, we are back. Yeah, nothing better than saying "oh shit" on an intro. That's the wonderful thing about the internet, and that not one single fuck will be given. 313-349-5652. Text lines are available. Please feel free to chime in. We're talking a little bit of NBA playoffs there, and that's still open. That's still on the table. MLB on the other side, maybe a little bit down the road, but we're going to get into some NHL playoffs. My Vegas Golden Knights are still hanging in there. They are hanging in there. All they need to do is win one on the road, and they've done that. Back home, and things might be okay. We'll see how things go. But we got that and a whole lot more rolling. Maybe we'll do a little watch it with us. Western Conference Finals. Who knows? But get down with it.
Western Conference Finals going on in the NBA and the NHL.
We could channel surf that bitch. I'm not scared. Don't let me do it because I'll do it. Welcome to DSR2. I'm Scrappy, and that right there is your man, Johnny the Moose.
Hey, here we are back here in the second segment of DSR2. In case you missed, we talked about the NBA playoffs going on there. Now, Boston is taking it to LeBron, but again, it's not over yet. We got Golden State up 1-0 against Houston. Game 2 is later this evening. And how the hell, again, did Brad Stevens not get one single vote for Coach of the Year? Is beyond us.
Hater raid.
Haters hate.
Yeah.
That's all he's got to do is look at them and go, scoreboard.
Yeah, simple hater. Yeah, especially if he gets to, if he gets to the finals, but God forbid they win it all. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If I'm him, I grab the biggest, fattest cigar or Cuban ever made. And
I pull one from the Red R Box selection.
Oh,
Which they
man.
probably still got Cubans of Red R Box.
And
in the humidor at the Boston Garden.
And I visit every single coach that didn't vote for me, and I blow that shit in his face. Screw you, hater.
Hater!
Oh, my God. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they'll be erecting a statue in front of him.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. I mean, this guy... It's funny because nobody saw him coming. Nobody saw him coming.
I thought, you know what? Again,
As a coach?
I thought it was an interesting hire because you knew he could coach what he did with Butler. I'm thinking, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, but before Butler, it was nothing, and Butler was only kind of like, oh, you were like, okay.
Well, he gets back-to-back final NBA championship games. And you go, okay, that's an interesting. I'm going, well, maybe a little young, but I'm thinking that's taking a shot. But I'm thinking that could work well because again, you knew he could flat out coach, and what he's done in his 3 years in Boston, you go, holy crap.
The college game is so much different from the NBA game. We've talked about it before. These guys,
but he's gone one of those ones younger, basically look at the newer game and everything with it. And I think he can relate to the younger players because again, he's what now? He's what 35, 36 tops.
right?
I mean, he was like 32 years old at Butler. I mean, it was ridiculous. And you go under that fat little leprechaun man caught lightning in a bottle there with that. That's there you go.
Oh, great! Now everything just went to shit. Like Lil Wayne at the game. Who cares? Who cares? What the hell's that growing out of his head? Oh my God! Look at that dude's jacket.
That's Calvin Murphy, baby.
Holy shit! I think I'm gonna have a seizure.
Imagine when the spotlight hits that one.
Holy fuck! What was that? God damn! Was it Craig Sager with the Wild Jackets? He made that shit look like a fucking mute fucking color, man. God, like you might as well been wearing. Oh my God, that was brutal. That was crazy. It looked like one of those crazy like what do you call them? Those glittery pillow things where you like wipe it one way, it's a color. You wipe it the other way, it's another color.
Yes.
That's what his jacket looked like.
So here we go. We got NHL Western Conference game 3 going on tonight in Vegas. The game series is tied 1-1. Game 1 was won by Winnipeg in Winnipeg, and obviously 2 in Winnipeg was won by Vegas on there.
It's all they needed. It's all they needed.
I'm still rooting for Winnipeg.
Well, you can root for whoever you want. I'm not telling you not to root for them. I'm just saying my boys are still in it. They got what they needed. They went in and they won one game on the road. That's what they needed to do. And they got it. They got a chance here. I like them. I'm all in.
Yes.
I am all in. I'm balls deep. I'm balls deep.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't see that happen, but we'll see what happens on there. And again, Capitals are up 2-1 in Tampa. That's I mean, again, I'm still not buying the Capitals. I don't care. Nope, not buying.
You're not buying it?
Nope.
Why not?
No, because they're the Capitals.
So they can win. They're winning.
They can win.
They're winning now.
Because they never win.
Yeah, but they're winning now.
Always choke.
But they're winning now. You thought they would choke before, and they're
Don't worry,
they're
they'll
in
choke
it.
now.
But what do you keep saying that? But that's not happening.
I'm not buying it. No, I'm not buying it. Because the moment I switch, you're going to come back and go, and they choke. You're going to see, they choke. No, not buying it.
What do you mean?
No. I'm not buying it this year.
Yeah.
I did 2 years ago. There it is. They're the best team in the NHL. They're the most balanced team 2 years ago. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Last year he said, no, not doing it. They proved me right this year. No, not doing it. No, I'm not buying it. No, no, no. You can go to hell. Rat bastard. You're just waiting. So I switch, and then they choke, and then you come back and throw it in my face. No.
I'm actually hoping you stick to your stance and they fucking win. That's what I really hope. I really hope that you double down as hard as humanly possible on this son of a bitch and they win the whole fucking thing.
It would be just my luck.
That, you know what? Because I win no matter what. Because if Vegas wins, I win. And if Washington wins, I win. And I just fucking win. So it's like a win-win-lose. Win, both wins for me, the lose for you.
Yes,
son of a bitch.
win for you. Why? Because God hates me. God hates me.
Jeez Louise. But yeah, they no, I'm with you, but you have to break through at some point. You got to break through at some time.
Yeah,
at some point. So maybe this is it. We'll see.
All I know is Ovechkin's playing some of the best hockey he has.
Dude, he's so beautiful to watch. He's like probably one of the best offensive players I've ever seen.
Yes, and I really like Ovechkin because he is that old school scorer and everything. But two is he's not he's not afraid to get it a little bit rough and tumble in it. Oh my God, what the hell is that?
What the fuck? What the hell is going on here?
Did you lose a bet and you got dressed in your pajamas?
Is that a onesie with fucking feet in it? The hell was that shit? Holy crap. Oh my God, I can't handle it. We should be doing a watch it with us just because of that stuff.
Oh my God, no.
We were watching the pregame of the NBA conference finals. We got the Western Conference finals going on, and there's lots of crazy stuff. Shaq's shoes, his blue suede shoes are, they're not suede, but his blue leather shoes are, that's actually all right. But what the fuck? Who is that? Is that like a mad scientist? Who is that? I can't see his face well enough to tell who it is.
He's like one of those old dudes that has been in like the games forever.
He is an old dude, that is for sure. I mean, thank you, Captain Obvious.
He used to be like the Laker games with Nicholson and all that. I mean, he's like,
so he's somebody then.
He's somebody, but
he's probably like a musician or some shit. I just couldn't recognize his face.
Producer or whatever.
Yeah, I couldn't see his face. I just saw his crazy wily hair, and I didn't. And you know, if Harden like chill the fuck out on his beard, like I can't see the rest of his face. Like his beard is like overtaking his face. He's like the wolf boy.
Yeah.
I don't see his nose or his mouth anymore. It's just like this woolly patch of.
So he's like a hipster
short hair. Yeah, it's just weird. Like
next thing you know,
he doesn't have a mouth anymore.
Next thing you know, his lower fang and scissors are going to start.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got like canines coming through. It's the only thing you can see. Like I don't know how he even. Eats.
I will kill you.
It's like, how does he even eat? Like, dude, it's got to be something to watch him eat. He's got to have shit in that motherfucker the whole goddamn time.
But he can savor it like forever. He just oh yeah.
It would take like, you know what? All the extra effort it takes to clean that fucking beard out. Hell no. Hell no. That's too much. Like, I get having a long beard, but the thing is growing outward. It's not growing down and long like a beard. It's growing outward, like horizontally from his face. Like, it has enveloped his nose and his mouth completely. Like, you can't see it at all. It's like doing the exact opposite of LeBron's hairline.
Oh, it's going outward versus upward.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't LeBron just shave his head and just accept the fact he's going bald?
I think he's doing the plugs, and then the plugs just ain't working. Like even the plugs are like, I'm out of here.
He already knew he was going to be bald early. He said, "The hell with it, shave."
Anybody that has a set just cuts it. Like, why even go through all that? If you've got the money, I get the vanity aspect of it all. So he's got the money, so I get him going in and doing all that. But like for the average cat, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta leave the little very fine peach fuzz around here because I have like a bad shaped head.
Oh, okay. So it's a dimension thing for you.
It basically looks like I have an egg head.
Oh, so okay.
So I gotta leave a little gray fuzz around here. It just kind of takes it away from the egg shape.
just it makes it less noticeable.
Less
Gotcha.
noticeable, exactly.
I have a slight point at the top of my head, I guess, if you really break it down, but I have a pretty good round head.
You got that kind of Klingon with like Rich going.
Yes, I've got a little bit. What I have is the big bump in the back. I have like a big notch in the back.
You gotta get the eyebrows going.
Yes. If I had the giant bumpy forehead, that would be great.
Big giant bumpy forehead and grow a Fu Manchu, man.
But I do have a fairly functional round head, so it's not bad.
No.
I have a buddy that has the back of his head's flat.
Yes.
It doesn't round, and he shaves his head, and it's fucking weird. Like,
I mean, if I had
it took me a while. Once you get used to it, it's like no big deal. But
take a chrome dome on it where it doesn't come to a point, I'd so shave the head bald.
yeah, see, I have,
and I accept it. You know,
yeah, I'm cool with it. Like, my head's my head. Like, it just needs to hold my brain in there, and my brain isn't worth much anyway. So
that's what people laugh at me. I'm
like,
you know what? No, I'm not getting the hair plugs. I'm not doing the rug.
No.
Because again, if you get unless you get a really good rug, I mean, unless I get like the guy that did Sean Connery's wig for Hunt for October, or like the movie Medicine Man, it ain't happening.
Well, you can get them now, and they are uber good. They're really, really good now. But it is dude, it's more of a pain in the ass than having real hair.
Fuck that. I just, you know what? Go out there, especially in the summertime, you got to job my head, man, get it all tan.
Yeah,
good.
I just have to learn to SPF my head sometimes.
That's right.
Because I don't, and then my head peels.
I just use the spray, man.
Yeah, that's what I have to do more of. That's my big.
I got my base tan going, baby. When I go to Myrtle Beach, baby, I'll be down to a 15 SPF, and then by the end of that, we could be at 8.
I just go for the full on fry me like an oven. I've never.
Well, that was,
I've never put anything on. When I was younger, my mom made me, obviously, when I was a kid.
My pops was baby oil.
Oh, so he was cooking that shit.
Oh, he had that George Hamilton permit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just glorious golden brown.
Yeah, he just
year round.
Yeah, he just looked like some kind of weird Mexican hybrid.
I mean, George Hamilton didn't have shit on him.
George Hamilton, of course, didn't have shit on him. George Hamilton looked like he fucking drowned in a bucket of bronzer. Jesus. It's like Donald Trump, and he's rolling around in Cheetos.
Yes. Cheetos. But then you can tell me where's the goggles when they spray it him.
Yes. Oh,
just
my goodness.
eyes,
I was watching some old wrestling back in the day, and I did the same thing to like Lex Luger and Hulk Hogan. I'm like, oh my God, these guys look like hot dogs. I mean, what the hell? I'm like, Jesus. It's kind of funny.
Yes.
Spray tan.
But yeah, I mean,
anyway,
we lost control.
Yes, we're talking about NHL.
But yeah,
hockey.
I mean, Ovechkin on there. I mean, he's got 19 points in this postseason wise, 12 goals. He's leading the NHL in goal scorer. On there, number one was so far was Crosby and Gutzel. But you know what? They're gone, so they don't get any more points because why they lost.
Losers. Oh.
And then by Kuznetsov was 20 points, 9 goals, 11 assists. Then Pastrick, who's also with Boston, they're done. Then you got Ovechkin. And then you got Sheffield and Wheeler, both with Winnipeg with 18 apiece. And then we'll just drop Bergeron and Marchand because they're not there. Forsberg's not there. Then you got Kucherov and by Fuglin.
By Fuglin, isn't it Bufflin or something like that? That's his name.
Bufflin.
That's how they really say it.
So,
I like to call him by Fuglin though.
By Fuglin.
That's what it looks like.
But yeah, I mean it's interesting on there. And again, right now you look at it'll probably be Ovechkin or Marc-Andre Fleury as your Conn Smythe winner, if it had to be voted today. Pittsburgh, which you have Marc-Andre Fleury now.
All right, telling you.
Is that really nice? No, but I really don't care because it's Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right. Okay.
No team losing can give me greater joy than that. Not even Toronto.
Nick wants to know if Vegas is a one-hit wonder or if they're going to be here for a minute.
I think they're going to be here.
I think they'll be in it for a few years. Yeah, I don't see
they've
them.
got some nice players on there, and again, the whole NHL, basically the expansion draft was all geared towards him to be decent, not horrible on there. And I think they've done a nice job. They basically took really decent goaltending and some on there. And you got some guys that have been there for a while, and then again, some of the younger guys are having their career years.
Right.
I mean, really, you look on there, who should win the Jack Adams Award? Should be Gerard Gallant. You take an expansion team, you get them to like the third best record or the second best record in the West. When it's an expansion team, that should get you the Jack Adams Award, Coach of the Year. It should be no brainer.
Right.
Who should not get it? I mean, obviously, Detroit.
Yeah. Well.
But I mean. Yeah, I mean, I would say I think they're gonna be okay. And there's a team that also is, and then again the whole crap on there, but they're ESPN pushing them being the new hockey town. Oh please, it's nice and everything that they got, a decent year, but really, when you've been win the Stanley Cup first.
Well, this is the whole thing, and they could win the Stanley Cup, and they could do it quickly, and all that still does not make it a hockey town. What makes it a hockey town is people that are invested in the team.
Right.
There are very few markets that can stake claim to that. I'm sorry. Vegas is a novelty. And there's nobody that lives in fucking Vegas. There's nobody invested in this fucking team. It's just people come out because they're winning and because of where they're at.
Yeah, and also I think too is it's the only it's their first pro sport team.
Right.
So I think they'll embrace it. Yes, the fans do show up, and you see some of the craziness on there, what they do outside that invest in the team. But remember, it's their first pro sport. It takes more than a season to get that title on there. I mean, again, what about one of those like Minneapolis or one of the small towns of Minnesota that basically wins year in year out for like the hockey, the high school hockey championships, or the University of Minnesota? The Wings won 11 Stanley Cups. We're the number one of U.S. in the United States among Stanley Cup winners under. We've won 4 in our lifetime.
Well, that's ultimately where Hockey Town came from. How obsessed we were over the Red Wings and how much it consumed every bit of chatter throughout every, watering hole, water cooler conversation. I mean, they dominated the media, the forefront, basically everything here for
20 years.
Right. So that's how you get that. That is a community that's invested in their team.
Right.
No such thing in Vegas.
No.
That is my point. There is no investment in the team like that. They haven't been there long enough.
No.
Most of the people there are transplants. So nobody's invested in this team. When you have somebody that is born in Vegas and grows up watching this team and has always been by that team and followed through that team from the time that they were young till the time they were an adult, from the time they were an impressionable teen till the time they were able to go and spend their own money and go to their own games, that's when you develop something like Hockey Town.
Right.
They're as far away from that as humanly possible. They just came into the league.
Right.
Like literally every other team in the league fits that moniker above them. And this is my team. Like, I'm digging them. I like what they did. I love how they took advantage of these stupid fucking mess ups on the expansion draft. And I really like the team that they put together. And I love it because they just legalized sports betting and you got teams going to Vegas. And I just think everything we've been talking about for the last 5 years that we said, what in the fuck are y'all doing? We could be making money and you could put teams here and this is fucking stupid. Get over your fucking bullshit. We've been saying it for the last 5 to 7 years and it's now finally all coming out. And it's finally all so. But I'm like I said, even with all that being said, it doesn't change.
No
facts.
I mean, again, if you compare them to Arizona, yeah, I'll give it that because I mean, Arizona never showed up for their teams,
right?
Except when the Wings were in town, and it looked like the Wings' home game.
Well, and that's kind of my whole take on it. You have basically a couple of few teams that have that fanatical fan base. I think like the Habs. Like the fan base that they have is unreal.
Oh yeah, the Habs or to Toronto.
Right.
I mean, Toronto has
So-
won in 50 years, and they still
right.
Blue,
Right. I so that's I guess that goes to my point about being a hockey quote unquote hockey town. You don't even have to win in any kind of recent history to be quote unquote hockey town, because those two markets can make an argument that they're more of a hockey town than even we are.
Right.
And getting all up in arms because there's a marketing thing that Vegas is taking advantage of. It's not real.
And of course, as ESPN will just jump on anything that's basically current.
Well, ESPN is like desperate for fucking content and everything. I mean that is like I can't watch that channel anymore. I mean, that station's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And if it didn't have Monday Night Football, I don't know I'd ever turn it on. And now, and if they don't start getting some better games, I may not watch all of those. So, like, I literally turn ESPN on like 12 times a year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on that for Monday Night Football. Come to fall was that Jason Witten's now in the booth with them because everybody else was horrible. No,
this is what they do. He's a cowboy.
Well, they tried.
Troy Aikman.
No, they tried. Brett Favre is.
Fuck what they tried. It's like the Rooney Rule. Fuck what they tried. They could bring, just like the Lions brought in some minority, but they had no fucking intentions on hiring the guy.
No,
ever. The guy they got is the guy they wanted, and the only guy they ever considered. Period. But they had to follow the Rooney Rule. It's the same thing with this.
Well, there's no Rooney Rule for on there, but.
Well, no, but it's about fucking having some kind of monicum of fucking. Yeah, no. You fucking kidding me? So, but that's what they do. Everybody they've ever had is, for the most part, been a cowboy. So that's what they do. That's right. Run it down. Like all these cowboys always get chances.
Well,
all of them.
If you go with Money Back, it was originally Danny Don Meredith. But,
right.
But you
Troy Aikman.
But originally was Frank Gifford and
Tony Romo
and Howard Cosell. But people didn't watch for Danny Don. It was always Howard Cosell on there. But Aikman and Romo
and Aikman and come on, Irving. I mean, these guys are all horrible.
Irving already got boomed on it. Irving doesn't belong on TV, period.
But they still have him on there.
Why? I don't know. Well, thank God they don't have Emmitt Smith on because, again, he can't carry it either.
How about Deion Sanders?
Well, he played for everybody, too, though.
Yeah, but who does everybody, come on. Who does he represent when he's out there for the most part?
Best years were Atlanta.
So I'm just saying, the best years were in Atlanta for sure. But I mean, come on, man. That's what they do. It's America's team. It's that whole perception. It's that whole marketing tool, and that's who they put out there. You're telling me that fucking Kurt Warner's not better than fucking Jason Witten?
Yeah. Again, why isn't Kurt Warner?
Because he's not a fucking cowboy. He never was a fucking cowboy.
I like Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner's way better than fucking.
But I don't want him to leave the NFL Network because I like him.
Well, I do too. But that's
because
just
that means they don't have to click over to ESPN.
They put fucking Dennis Miller in the motherfucking booth, and you can't get. You're telling me? Stop it. Who is the garbage they've had in that fucking booth the last 2 years? That's why the NFL ain't giving them no games. Because look at the team they put in there.
Sean McDonald. Oh my God! Who even calls the game on there?
He retired because he's embarrassed. Not Gruden. He went back to coaching because he was embarrassed.
He went back coaching because he gave more money than they knew what to do with.
It doesn't matter. He make more money on TV, and he's never wrong. He went there because the fucking Monday Night Football was it was falling apart.
They gave him like $10 million to go back to the.
I know they gave him $10 million. You don't think he's gonna make $10 million in fucking TV?
No, he was only making about $6 million on ESPN.
Right. Yeah, at ESPN, and Fox is doubling up to take these guys. ESPN, the one that can't pay their guys, that don't pay their guys, and they were still giving them.
I couldn't listen to Gruden anymore. He was like a character to himself.
So was John Madden, and everybody
I couldn't
loved
handle
it.
him the last couple of years either.
Everybody loved it. That's the best thing about Monday Night Football for fucking a couple of years, was listening to that guy say some dumbass shit.
When he went to after he left Monday night, went to the Sunday night gig with the first couple of years, I couldn't handle it.
Oh, that's awesome. That was the greatest thing ever.
I like listening to Deerdorf on there.
I can't stand that guy. That guy's horrible. Absolutely horrible. But yeah, it's they have not put anybody in that. But that's why the NFL doesn't do many games, because the broadcast is horrible.
It is horrible.
It's just hot garbage. They give all the games to NBC because they put together a real fucking broadcast and a real production.
We're gonna have 2 games a week now with Troy and Joe and Buck.
Oh, fucking yay.
Thursday night games because Fox got some next year, and the Sunday night game game of the week.
Well, then we need to do a new show on Thursdays and just do all the voiceover for the fucking game, because that's some fucking bullshit. That is some fucking bullshit.
We will.
That is some fucking
We're gonna do our normal show, and then we'll do a special Thursday night voiceover.
Yeah, it'll be Mystery Theater 5000 or whatever.
Turn the volume down.
Yeah.
Just watch it and listen to us.
Yes.
Call the game.
We will call the game. Yes, just you don't have to even watch us. Just watch your TV and put us on the audio. That's fine.
Kickstarter so we can get some money out of this.
Yeah. God damn. That is brutal. That is brutal. Like there has to be an alternative to that shit. Jesus Christ.
Us.
There it is.
Kickstarter.
I'm telling you, we gotta do something. My God. I mean, but the NFL, the ESPN broadcast is like tantamount to these fucking assholes that think they've got a show on their Facebook page because they fucking, they found a quiet room in the fucking house where the kids aren't screaming and they're on their phone, with both of their fucking teeth showing. Talking about wrestling or whatever the fuck they got going on there.
Yes.
So that's what it reminds me of. It's just a low budget, like, bullshit. And yeah, I'm calling all you Facebook podcast fuckers out. If you're going to do it right. Get some fucking software, get a fucking studio, get a fucking microphone. Don't sit in your mom's basement with a fucking a $3 webcam and call it a goddamn fucking show or whatever.
No.
That's a disgrace. Stop it. Don't get on your fucking cell phone with your fucking brats running around in the background talking about, I got me a fucking sports show with your hot take on fucking why the Celtics are going to beat the fucking Cavs.
Right.
Stop it. But that's what ESPN reminds me of. Just a cheap, low budget.
Getting worse.
It's bad. You know what? When our budget looks more expansive than what ESPN's got going on, you're fucked. You're fucked because we have no budget.
The on-air talent's much better, though.
Well, our on-air, that's not even a comparison. Jesus Christ.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here. We come back, we're going to talk a little bit about MLB baseball, quarter of the way through the season, and the surprises and the disappointments. And damn, the Tigers are actually playing halfway decent.
Well, what are they doing that for? I mean, it's the friggin' Tigers. They need to stop doing stuff like that.
Stop doing stuff and looking good. Or at least watchable.
It's just the whole thing freaks me out. But yeah, hey, any watchable games we can get, because there's no playoff picture. There's none of that.
No,
so
there's not on.
If you can get some good games and you can get some entertainment value out of this team, take it, because there ain't much else going on around here right
I'll tell
now.
you that much right now. So we'll talk about that after the flip side. We are DSR2 Studio 57 Radio.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Party people, this is the original Doc Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, then your radio ain't really on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, Scrappy here to tell you about the Fat Radio Show. Hang with me as I break down the world of entertainment with great guests, celebrity interviews, awesome games with wonderful prizes. Also, we've got the biggest library of underground hip hop of any station on the net. You mix in a little stand-up comedy and a text line so your voice can be heard, and you got a pretty good little show. But add listener-controlled programming. Yeah, you heard me. The listener-controlled programming, where you, the listener, can decide what makes it on the air. And now you've got the greatest show ever created. So join my show, your show, our show, the people's show, That Radio Show, each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only here on Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, this is your boy Big D. Here to tell you about Mark for Life Tattoos. Guys, this place is the cleanest, most laid-back studio in Metro Detroit, and the artists are top-notch. And if you're like me from the D, you need to stop in on Fridays for that D-Day. Get your old English D for only $20. Not interested in tattoos? Mark for Life does body piercings. Mark for Life is located at 22533 Van Dyke in Warren, and the guys are there 7 days a week from noon to 9. So give them a call at 757-2222. That's 586-757-2222. Come Studio 57 cents, you get 20% off. So what are you waiting for? Call them now.
Hey everybody, Smokey here to tell you about Allstate Tire. With winter fast approaching, the most important thing between you and the road is your tires. So don't put your safety in just anybody's hands. Go to Allstate Tire. With new and quality used tires available, you can trust Allstate Tire for all your tire needs. You can visit them at 14208 9 Mile Road in Warren, or give them a call at 586-779-8759. Allstate Tire, your source for quality new and used tires.
What's happening, everybody? Scrappy here to tell you about Love and Life Club. Love and Life Club is a social networking club that's located at 19960 James Cousins. That's a live service drive between 7 and 8 Mile Road in the D. You need to stop in for $5 Fridays for great music, food, and drinks. I personally recommend the chicken. Love and Life Club is also available for rental for bachelor parties, wedding receptions, or any party for that matter. For more information, log on to www.loveandlifeclub.com. That's loveandlifeclub.com, or call D at 313-999-2824. That's 313-999-2824. That's Love and Life Club. If you're loving life, you need to be in the club.
You know, when you hear that sound, you're gonna have a good time, because that's the sound of the ultimate underground live concert webcast from the Detroit area. We go to the most famous, should I say, infamous venues in the D, and bring the underground music scene from the streets to your computer like nobody else can. There's only one catch. You never know when or where the ultimate underground is going to take over a broadcast. So you need to stay tuned to Studio 57 Radio all day, every day, to tune on when and where the next ultimate underground may happen. Now, there's no other station on the net that's going to give you this live webcast of some of the hottest artists in the D. That's the ultimate underground live on your home for hip hop, rock and metal, Studio 57 Radio.
Goodbye.
You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. Studio 57 is a 32-track digital recording studio that utilizes Cool-Edge, Logic Pro, Shure, AKG, Sennheiser, Yamaha, Core, Mackie, Boss, Ibanez, Fender, Fruity Loops, and many, many more to make your music pop. Experienced and friendly engineers make Studio 57 feel like you're home away from home. With beat creation, mixing, mastering, digital media conversion, and DJs for any event, Studio 57 Records is your one-stop shop for all your music entertainment needs. We have online bill pay and flexible payment schedules. That makes Studio 57 the place to be. For more information, visit Studio57Records.com. That's www.studio57records.com or call us at 586-420-3390. That's 586-420-3390 or log on to Studio57Records.com. And just remember one thing, baby. Get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the street. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets.
Party people, this is the original Doc Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, then your radio ain't really on. Check that.
Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Welcome back to DSR2. More sports talk chaos on the way. I hope you guys are ready. We'll watch it with us as we run through the MLB season and everything else. You got a nice close game over here, the Western Conference Finals. Though it's just getting kicked off here. First quarter, about 5 to go. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. 313-349-5652. Text line is open. Feel free to get in on it. Let's do this thing. If you haven't already, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, Studio 57 Radio. You can follow us on Twitter at Studio 57 and like the Studio 57 Radio Facebook page, and you can watch us at all three of those platforms and a whole lot more. So stay tuned back for anything and everything Studio 57. So without further ado, let's get back to this thing. I am Scrappy, and here's your host, Johnny the Moose.
Hey, we are back for the second hour of DSR2. In case you missed it, the first two segments, we talked about the NBA playoffs going on there. And watch it with us. We're talking on there. We're going to be, peeking in there. So, we watch the little hoops action. We'll talk about a little bit about baseball as well. Also, the NHL playoffs going on there. Go Winnipeg. Go Tampa. Scrappy says, screw that.
Yes.
Vegas and the Caps.
Yep. I'm going Oppo.
He's going Oppo. So we win. I lose my mom on here. Breaking news here on the basically the wire here. The stupidest man in alive. Dallas police arrest 25-year-old man who duped high schools to relive hoops glory past.
Dude, who doesn't want to do that though? Come on. Everybody wants to do that. And with the exception of dating a 14-year-old. But I mean, that's a whole other story.
Gilstrap Portley, a 25-year-old man who graduated from North Mesquite High School in Texas, was recently arrested and booked in the Dallas County Jail and realized when he enrolled at Hillcrest High School in North Dallas as a 17-year-old. Yes, he claimed to be a Hurricane Harvey refugee, Rashawn Richardson. So he enrolled in Skyline High School in Houston, but then transferred to Hillcrest in October and joined the basketball team.
That is awesome.
Yes, he was also caught dating the mother of 14-year-old classmate of Ghost Rapper. Says the 25-year-old also dated her daughter while pretending to be a Hillcrest student. He would have got success. He passed on. He had successful stint as a guard. He actually played for Dallas Christian College basketball team in 2013 and 2014. And then he landed, and he got. And by the end of the first season, he was on the Scotty website first prospect and named District 10-5A offensive player of the year. He would have got away with it, but his former coaches caught him in April at a tournament and said, he looks familiar.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those damn kids and that dog.
What if they don't know how long he would have been continue playing if he weren't caught, or would have taken up a new name and come back to play even more high school basketball after graduation?
That is balls on you.
Wow, he's really good. Yeah, because he's 25.
I've got balls of steel.
That is crazy. But I mean, like, isn't there a certain part of you that just like can't wait to like do? You'd love to do something like that to kind of go back, like knowing what you know now.
Well, like Greg Oden did.
Yeah,
because Greg Oden was like 40 when he was a freshman at Ohio State. So he like did that like over and over and over again until he finally got a scholarship.
Jeez.
Greg Oden, 18 years old. Bullshit. The guy looks 40.
Yeah.
It reminds me of he said the best burn on him. Somebody who was playing on there, playing Michigan State, and he said a certain player that he didn't name said, "That's great, Your Honor. Hey, how's it like to fight in World War II?"
Oh my
Which
goodness.
the only player I could think of in that era on there would have been Drew Neitzel. Former point guard for Michigan, because the boy he had trash talking down bad. Drew Neitzel was like, "Hey, how did it feel?" So we got baseball quarter way through the season. Things are still happening, except for Robinson Cano, because he's suspended for the next 80 games. He took a masking agent that's been tested positive for. Wasn't the steroids per se, but it was a masking agent.
Which cracks me up because, like, what he used as a masking agent, so they say, is not masking PEDs. Let's make it clear. PEDs are, especially like injectables, which is most common, that goes right into the musculature. So what he took just makes you pee a lot.
Right.
That's not going to do it.
No.
You know what that gets out? Well,
being dirty.
Why would you have to? What would you have? It's basically anything that would be picked up in a urine test, and it's not even that. Like they do blood tests.
Something that's legal in the state of Washington.
I wonder. The only thing that would be the only reason to take it would be that he's going to get popped for something that is not a performance enhancer, but may as well be on the ban list.
Yes.
So don't get it twisted. This guy at this age, he has never, ever failed a drug test. Ever.
Right.
He didn't just start using.
No.
He didn't. No. You know what he does? He smokes a little weed. You know why? Because he's fucking old.
He hurt.
And he's sore. And it's better than being a fucking crackhead opiate addict by going to the doctor.
Right.
So he is just one of those thinkers, I believe. And he did not want to get popped for that. He knows his drug tests are coming. And all he was trying to do was pee as much as possible so he could dilute that sample. So what they did is they popped him and they found, and like he was going to appeal it because they said PEDs. And he's like, I didn't take no PEDs. Fuck that. I'm appealing it. And then they said, no, dude. We know you didn't take any PEDs, but you still took a banned substance. And we did our research, and we know why you took it. And he said, oh, shit. Never mind the appeal. I'll take the 80 games.
Yes.
And that's your fucking story. I don't care what anybody else says.
Right.
That's the fucking story. Period. All that other shit It's just window dressing so that, it makes you all feel better. Yeah. I mean, it just makes you feel better, I guess, is what that's all about. But in the end, no.
Yeah, which again is tested positive for pot. Which again,
I would rather him just say, you know what, dude, I smoked fucking dude. I was gonna fail the test. I took this fucking shit to clean out my PP.
Because I'm
suspend
hurt.
me.
I'm sore.
Yeah, it's legal in my state. Shit, he might even have his card.
Well, again, he doesn't need a card because it's legal for recreational use.
Right. So it's just one of those things where I don't know.
What the hell you need a card for?
Houston's up 21-18. Make that 22-18. 2:40 to go in the first. A little watch it with us. We'll take any conversation you want in the sports world. Talking a little baseball right now, but with the Western Conference Finals going down, we figured we'd do a little watch it with us. You got that in the background here. We're enjoying a little basketball. 23-18. It was tied just not that long ago, 18-18. So Houston's gone on a little 5-0 mini run here, playing some pressure defense. A little not quite full court, but we put a nice press on them, doubling, switching, just all over the place. Fouls and people tripping and falling, and Iguodala gets called for an offensive. Interesting.
All right, so we got the basically Tigers are 2 games out at first, 3 games under, or 4 games under 500. So they're basically quarter under. I mean, 19-23. You know what? That's a little better than what I thought. I mean, again, they won the last 2 series. They beat Seattle 2 out of 3, beat Cleveland 2 out of 3.
Well, this is what it is.
And the team, when you look on who's on this roster, it's going.
Yeah, the biggest problem right now is it's the story of all these teams in Detroit. You just have, what you're paying Miggy over the next few years is crazy. And you have some just like really bad contracts, and you don't have a whole lot of farm system or anything like that to reap. So yeah, like if you can find if you're right now, I think they're playing above what we expected, and if you can find a not so great team, that's probably a better matchup if you want to go and see a victory.
Right.
But it's going to be, take what bright moments you can get, because there ain't going to be much. I don't think there will be any time soon with this team, because over the next 3 to 5 years, that Miggy contract just gets worse and worse and worse.
Right. You're going to be stuck with that albatross around your neck on there forever. And
so.
again, as they said, is who with Fulmer on there. Well, listen, we're listening to all comers. You want to make us an offer? Make us an offer.
No, that's batshit crazy, because Fulmer's running out. You're paying him $500,000 a year.
But if he can get you a king's ransom,
but he's not going to get you a king's ransom. He might get you something decent, but he's not going to get you a king's ransom. And for what you're paying him for, dude, you can't do it. You got all these other bullshit salaries. You can't get rid. You can't.
You can't get rid of salaries, but you can if you can get him for. Prospects wise, because other teams know. Hey, here we got a bona fide starter, a 1 or 2 starter in our.
What prospect are you going to get that's worth a fuck? You have a starting pitcher right now that you're paying nothing for, and you got him locked in for a couple of years. Why would you touch it? Why would you mess with that? You can't fix that, and then the guy that you put in there is going to demand more money, and you're dealing with that issue on the other end. That's
you
crazy.
Get 4 prospects on there again. They're top. We're talking their top prospects. If you can get 4 out of them. For him,
you're not getting that. That's
because
crazy.
Again, he's not going to be any good till he's going to be at 27, 28 years old before you're actually decent again. You get 4 players for him, I'll listen to it.
You're not getting it. That's not happening.
If they want him. That's what
nobody wants him that on that level. Though.
I bet you watch come trade deadline and what somebody will be looking for. But again, I'll listen to it. We got 4 prospects for Verlander, and one of them has actually turned out to be a legit starter with Candelario, who's hurt right now. But again,
I was saying legit starter that nobody can name and isn't playing right now for whatever reason.
I can name him. He's hitting 290. He's got some offensive power. He's got 5 home runs already this year. He's playing pretty decent third base. He's better playing defensive third base than Castellanos was. Again, I thought it was a nice honor. He shows legit power, and you've got other prospects that are in the system now with the overall shortstop.
If you gave up a JV who is playing out of his mind still.
Well, yeah, right
And
now.
you got 4 guys, and one of them has panned out to be better than Castellanos, and that's what you got? I'm not buying. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not even giving up Fulmer for that. So let alone why? So no, that's.
But you got
the
the JV's contract. The JV's contract, was
right? But you don't
20.
have that contract with Fulmer. It's fucking
But
500,000.
If
Like,
you
it's
want
a ham
to,
sandwich.
God damn it, let me speak here.
It's
for
a fucking
second.
ham sandwich of a contract.
It's going to cost you more on there in the long run, but he's going to be eligible for arbitration sooner than later on that, and that's going to.
So then you let him go. Then you don't have to deal with him then.
Then what do you get for him then? Nothing.
But they didn't get anything for fucking Verlander. So what are they going to get for
They
him?
got at least one starter.
They got
this year.
one starter that's a little bit better than Castellanos. A
He's
little
got
bit
good
better.
Power. He's hitting 2 freaking 90. He's playing good defense.
And it's gotten you nowhere. It's done
Well,
nothing for you.
They've got
It's done nothing for you. And that was fucking Verlander, not Fulmer.
And you got rid of
So
a
you're gonna get that-
$27 million a year contract.
Right, but you don't have that. You stop with the contract. You don't have that contract with Fulmer.
But you're
It's
going to get better
500,000.
prospects. You'll get
You're
better
not
than
going
what
to
you
get.
get out of
You're
it.
going to get better than Fulmer in prospects. You're gonna get
Possibly.
Bullshit.
They're prospects.
Bullshit.
They're not guaranteed. Fulmer's
Bullshit.
guaranteed on it.
Right.
And again,
And he's on a low wage.
and
So
you're
why
gonna
would
sit
you
on
get
him
rid of
for
him?
4 fucking years?
You
and
might
you're
as
not gonna
well.
get shit for him when he's eligible.
Bullshit. You can sit out for 2 and you let him go and you get something for him. You get the same thing for him if you let him go now and you don't get shit. So you sit on him for a couple of years. That's crazy. The only good contract you have and you want to get rid of it. The only decent player you have with a good contract and you want to let him go.
If I listen,
That's
I
crazy.
will listen. If I can
That's
get
fucking
say a
crazy.
team has 3 top 10
Dude, I'd listen
prospects
to
in
anything,
baseball.
but I'm not going to fucking pull the trigger on jack shit. I mean, I'd listen to anything. Yeah, go ahead. Say what you got to say.
Everybody's eligible. It's good trade bait.
Well, right.
Everybody.
Right, except for Miggy.
Well, Mickey, you can't get rid of that contract.
Right. So now you're going to get.
if
You have a
somebody-
manageable contract.
If
And you're going to
somebody
get rid
has
of
4
that one.
prospects and 3 of those are basically in the top 50 prospects of all baseball,
That's not.
I'll listen to it.
Okay. And if it rains diamonds, I'll be fucking rich.
Somebody's going to need a
Come on.
starting pitcher come trade deadline.
And they're not. Okay. And they're going to come after Fulmer.
Yes.
You're crazy. You're fucking crazy. That's crazy. But okay, whatever you think. They're just gonna rain down all these great fucking players. It's never happened in the history of this fucking team, and it's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now. But it's never fucking happened in the history of this fucking team. They've never ever gotten a prospect worth of shit ever. Ever. And the ones that they had, they groomed on their own, they shipped them the fuck off.
Yeah,
and got nothing in return.
We got Fulmer for prospects for
Okay, one guy. And you want to get rid of him. And you want to get rid of him.
because he could be, again, he's that diamond there that people want. Other teams want a guy that's cheap and that's a legit pitcher there.
Right. And it's the only manageable contract of a player of value that you have. So get rid of it. And then now you have no valuable players in all shitty contracts. And you're locked in for 5 years with this Miggy shit. So go ahead and make it worse. Pile onto it because you think you might get a prospect that might pan out at another position, maybe somewhere in the future.
I'm not wanting just one prospect. I want 3 or 4 top
Right.
prospects.
And you get 4 fucking prospects and you get one that pans out.
I want guys.
Those are the rates. Those are the numbers. That's what they've done. That's exactly what happened with Verlander. And he's a Cy Young winner.
I'm going to still listen.
Yeah, you know what you're gonna hear? Fucking crickets, because it ain't coming. The phone ain't ringing. You're gonna be. It's like watching paint dry. You're listening for a phone that ain't fucking ringing. And when it rings, it's not the deal you're gonna want.
Well, then you don't take the deal that you don't want.
But that's the whole thing. You can't just say, I want this miraculous deal. That's like saying, oh, let's just get rid of Miggy. But you
I'm
can't
not saying they can give him on it, but if the deal I want is the deal I want. If I don't get it, then I keep Fulmer.
But there is no, that deal doesn't exist.
The deal does exist. There are other teams out there that have better farm systems than we got that have legit top 20 prospects in all of baseball, multiple guys that you basically pilfer them. There's
Name one team that has top 20 prospects that is in the playoff hunt that needs a starting pitcher. Name a team.
Dodgers.
Right now.
Dodgers.
Who are they trading? Who are they giving you?
I have to look at the prospect.
See, no. You can't. I have to look at their prospects. You just said that they have them.
They
So you
got
should
them.
know who they are.
Well, no, I don't. I don't watch major. I'm not a goddamn general manager, but
That's my point. That's my point. You can't tell me that those guys are going to pan out. You
Dodgers
can't
farm
tell me
system
that
is rated by baseball as one of the top farm systems in all of baseball. On there. So they've got the most prospects. They need pitching right now. Ryu's hurt. Kershaw's hurt. They're behind Arizona right now. They need starting pitching right now.
Okay, then why isn't the fucking call come in? Then why isn't it happening? Because that's bullshit.
It's also May 15th.
Because it's bullshit.
Calls don't come in. You're not going to see trades till July.
You trade this contract, you set this team back even further than they're already set back. They have not, in the history of this team, ever got a prospect that has panned out for them. Fulmer, if you want to give it to him, won. And that's recent. That's right now. That was dumb luck. That is a blind squirrel getting a nut every once in a while. We have never, ever in the history of the team, we've never done it. Never done it. And then when they do get prospects, they don't pan out. So now all of a sudden, they're going to get these wonderful prospects for Fulmer when they couldn't get them for Verlander. And Verlander was what, a year ago? So don't give me this era change, this big difference. No, this is a comparable situation here, and you did not get it for Verlander. You're not getting it for Volmer. Sorry, you're not getting it for Volmer. You're not. You didn't get it for Verlander.
I think you did get something for Verlander. You got 4 prospects from Houston, and one is already started this year. The other ones are in the minor league ball, and they actually all playing pretty decent ball right now. But again, they're
playing decent ball, but not decent enough to end up on a shitty team.
But they're also shortstops. You're loaded at shortstop, so you got to get them.
So now you got players out of position.
Well, yeah, a shortstop is the most versatile pitcher position. A shortstop can play second.
Okay.
A shortstop can
then
play
why
third.
none of these guys coming up?
Because you got a second baseman in Dixon Machado, who's a cheap contract too right now. You're basically marketing Iglesias, who's a free agent after this year, putting him at starting because you're going to trade him at the trade deadline for something because he's a free agent. You're not going to resign him after this year.
Okay, that's a legitimate trade. But getting rid of the Fulmer contract, that still has nothing to do with the Fulmer contract.
Teams are going to want Fulmer when it comes trade line because they want starting pitching wise. And if they want Fulmer, it's going to cost them. Just like when the White Sox traded Chris Sale. They got the basic top prospects from Boston on there.
Who did?
The White Sox.
And how did that pan out?
With the Machado kid, working out pretty good. Problem is, though, the rest of the team sucks.
Right.
But then
Same
Machado
scenario here.
Right.
So they got one guy.
No, they've got other guys in the system, but Machado's actually a legit second baseman here, and with the potential to be a superstar. He was the number 1 prospect in all of baseball.
Right.
This year.
You got the number 1 so you got the number 1 prospect coming here for Fulmer. Not happening. Not happening. You're putting all these fantasy scenarios out there that are not going to happen.
And you're going to sit and waste Fulmer for 4 years because this team's not going to do anything for the next 4 years.
Well, so just give him up for nothing. I say
if I get 2 starters on there.
You're not going to get 2 starters. You're making this big fantasy trade up. It's not going to happen.
He is at least suspect on there. He's going to be in. He's going to blow out that elbow. He's got a violent delivery on there. It's not fluid like Verlander. He's not going to have the career that Verlander has because that elbow will go.
Cool. All the more reason why you're not going to get that fucking king's ransom. All the more reason you're not going to get that fantasy fucking trade you're talking about. We have to somewhat be in the real world here if we're going to talk about a trade. Like, if we're going to clown around and be silly, okay, we can say shit like that. But if you're like legitimately want to talk about a fucking trade, that's just silliness. That's silliness. Because you're making my argument for me.
I still say is you listen to any trade out there.
Of course you listen to every trade out there.
That's all I said. And if it's
you said you want to trade this Fulmer contract, and you're going to get these four prospects in the top fucking 20. That's not going to happen, Moose. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not going to happen. Let's get that out of your head because that's not going to happen. It's not. Let's be realistic. What are you going to get for him? Realistically, you're going to get a couple prospects. Realistically, one might be mediocre, but you're never going to get a starting pitcher for that salary right now, period. Not in the next 5 years are you going to do that. So just give up the only manageable contract you've got?
Well, I think we got more. I mean, on there right now, but I would listen to it. If it gives me what I want, I trade him. But I'm not going to get you.
You're in the fantasy world.
Well, then I'm in the fantasy. But if I get what I want, I'm going to make it.
Well,
But if
that's
I don't get
sweet.
what I want, I don't make it.
Well,
It's pretty simple.
Well, that's cool, man. If I could trade fucking, if I could trade.
The guys on there that are basically you're looking to trade, are going to be like Francisco Liriano is going to be trade bait on there. He's a 1-year tender. If he looks okay, he's a left-hander. You're going to trade him.
It's like saying I'd be glad to trade, Reggie for LeBron. I'd be glad to do that. Who the fuck is going to trade LeBron for Reggie? Nobody. I'd be glad to fucking do it. I'd be glad to fucking do it, but ain't nobody going to do that shit.
Well, Liriano, you're not going to get top prospect. You'll get something out of him. Basically, you send him over to 1-year tender. Why? Catch lightning in a bottle. Get something. I said just anything. That's all you're looking at. Because his team's not going to win a playoff. You'll get something for Liriano if he's pitching the way he is now at trade deadline. He's a lefty, and I'm not talking a top prospect. I'm talking maybe a bag of balls or something like that.
Okay.
Who knows? I mean, it could be a lightning in a bottle. Again,
well, you're not going to
prospect.
The chances of catching lightning in a bottle is like slim to none. They're not going to do that. That's all big fantasy world. Yes, if they're going to make a bunch of little ancillary horizontal moves, lateral moves
Shane Green will
to
probably
shake things up, then whatever.
Because,
but you're not going to get anything for this stuff until you get rid of some of these contracts. You're not going to get rid of any of this stuff.
But you can't get rid of Mickey on there,
right?
Plain and simple.
Right.
You're stuck with that till he's done. Yep. The good news is Victor's done after this year.
Okay.
That contract's done.
Yeah, that one they should have never. They should.
Well, they should.
When they chose him over JD Martinez, this team. That's when that team.
Well,
went down.
I mean, they chose him. They shouldn't. Well, they
essentially in the end they could have let him go and gave that money to JD, and they wouldn't have had to make that move.
You still under? I mean, yes, I probably under, but you got something for JD at the.
No, you did get something for JD. I'm not saying that you didn't. I'm just saying JD's the guy you keep, and Victor should have been gone.
Well, again, another one was where you end up basically just was the Anibal Sanchez. That was a
that was horrible.
We
They
should have
never
re-signed Scherzer and not him.
Right, exactly.
And they kept him along.
Yeah, but see, they do that dumb shit. So like, I think we could have survived that. But I think you're right. It's a combination. You do that, you follow it up with the JD thing, you follow it up with a bad fucking contract, and then you follow it up with a Verlander trade that didn't really pan out to be much for you. And now you've completely gutted a team. And that doesn't even throw in the Porcello thing. But that basically guts that whole team, and you got nothing in return. That's why I'm saying you can't go out there with this Fulmer thing and get nothing in return, because they did all of that shit and moved all of those guys, and they got fucking nothing back. And that's what's going to happen again if they go through here and they do this shit again. They will not get value back. Not for what they're paying and for what they're getting out of that fucking player. That's all there is to that. All this stuff is it all falls into. I mean, you got to. There's like an umbrella. It's like simple math. If you've got 20 and you take 10 from here, you can't have 15 over here. You just can't.
Right.
So that's the situation we're looking at.
One thing was maybe we should have signed Scherzer and not re-signed Mickey.
I would have signed Scherzer. We've talked about it. I would have gone pitching over hitting, and I would have gone bullpen over everything.
Well, yeah.
So that's where I would have went. So we talked about it here. I would have took Scherzer over Verlander, in my opinion. Now that may not necessarily turn out to be true or the right decision, but if I was going to get rid of one or the other, I mean, but I would have kept them. I would have done everything I could to keep Scherzer around.
Speaking of Scherzer and Verlander, yes, combined ERA is like a 1.
I know.
Verlander last Thursday pitched 7 innings, gave up a run, and his ERA went up.
Yeah, from
1.17 to 1.21. And then we got Garrett Cole, number 2 in the American League with 1.75. Also with Houston, and Charlie Morton also with Houston with a 2.03. And in the National Leagues, we got Carlos Martinez with a 1.62. Why did the Cardinals always do this is beyond me. Eventually, they got to run out of. Again, there's probably the best run team in baseball over the last 30 years because they always have a good farm system. Guys always get hurt, and next guy they plug along in there down there. Max Scherzer with a 1.69, and Jacob deGrom out of the Mets with a 1.83 on there. And people are like looking, well, there's 3 no-hitters. There was a couple other no-hitters that were broken up into 6 Ys on there. And again, it's a simple thing. Why is pitching looking so good on there? And on there, it's simple. Guys are changing trajectory. They're going for the home run ball. So what do? You pitch them high in the strike zone, and you start throwing some off speed stuff. And it basically catches these guys are looking for the fastball, and they're looking to groove it on there, and it's not working that way because why? The pitchers adapted.
Beer Can Dan wants us to settle down a little bit. We're gonna have heart attacks in here. It's all right.
Already had one. I'm clean as a whistle now. My arteries are smooth. They're open. I can flow. I can scream all I want.
And with all that mess,
God damn it!
With all that mess, I was neglecting the Facebook feed. So Al, Pat, Mike, Jeff, Floyd, everybody, hello, thank you. Yes, we're doing good. I feel good for you. Thank you for chiming in. All of a sudden, our rant on the Tigers got the Facebook feed all fired up. Al, Pat, Mike, Jeff, and Floyd. Hi, hello. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. Holy shit! But it's just one of those things, man, where there's no one maneuver that's going to fix this fucking team. It's such a disaster. It's such a debacle, and it's going to be quite a few years before they get it turned around. And I don't see
anything on it. The only thing is this year is basically it shows you how good of a coach and manager Ron Gardner is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because again, this team has no business even being 4 games under 500, much less 10 games under 500.
Right.
I mean, if this is auspice, we would have been lucky if we had 10 wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. Holy shit. Houston has just taken a commanding 11-point lead with a big 3-ball there. 6 minutes to go in the half. And Golden State's looking a little frustrated, and Houston is rolling. But Golden State did what they needed to do. They won one there already. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Make adjustments on there. We'll see what happens. It was a close game there the other night there till halftime, and then second half it was all Golden State wise.
Right.
So yeah, we got. But everybody talks about it. Everybody jokes about it baseball wise, with it disappointment wise. You look on there. What's happened wise. Disappointments. They're really not really because everybody's Cleveland. They're first in the Central, but they're 500. I think that's a disappointment. I mean, what the hell is wrong with Cleveland this year? Their bullpen's atrocious.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
their bullpen's 28th in the league on there.
I think that's what.
Last year they were number 1.
Well, I think that's what it is now. Why the bullpen is taking a shit, I don't know. But the bullpen is obviously the problem. I mean,
the starting pitching still looking good.
I was about to say the starters.
They're not hitting on there. Maybe again, I think too is they let Carlos Santana go in the offseason. I think he was kind of the glue in the clubhouse, and that they still got the talent wise with it, but just something with the bullpen wise on there that's not looking good. Obviously, the Nationals, I would say, they're kind of not really. Surprise wise is the Braves and the Phillies. Braves are first in the East. Phillies are second. And last year they were hot garbage. But again, trust the process. Dump salaries. Go young. Draft. Get better draft picks. Get down there. Get the prospects. Suck for years. And then let the young kids develop and start playing. And now you're going to start seeing the fruition of what happens. You can't keep signing big contracts like the Tigers did. Phillies did that. They signed that Ryan Howard contract, which was almost as bad as Miguel Cabrera. Finally, they said go away on that. You look at that wise with it. Cubs, I think, are a disappointment. They're third in the Central. Yeah, they're only a game and a half back. Pirates are kind of a surprise because I thought they would suck really bad this year, getting rid of their best pitcher and their best player. Brewers show that last year was not a fluke so far. And the Cardinals, are kind of you think they're going to fall off the cliff one year? Nope. Their Dodgers, huge disappointment this year. They're not hitting. They're hurt. They're banged up on there. Giants, a little bit of surprise. I'm not really because they did add some pitching wise, and they did add some offense with McCutchen and LaGoria. Diamondbacks were the Diamondbacks. I mean, we showed last year they were legit, and they're keeping that on there. They've got a nice pitching staff. And they keep doing that wise with it on there. But that's what I look on there is, for team wise and stats and home runs and that. I mean, the Yankees are like, oh yeah, great, or whatever. You know what? You got the bangers that can hit the home runs, but they're not really leading the league. On their Didi Gregorius is actually leading the team in home runs wise with it. But remember, in the Yankees, you still got to go through Houston, and Verlander says, "You're still my bitch."
Yeah.
My simple is, you've got basically the best pitching staff in baseball with a sub-3 ERA as a team for your 5 starters. When Dallas Keuchel right now is listed as your number 4 starter, you're screwed
Yeah.
in a 7-game series because you got Verlander and Cole and Charlie Morton. Verlander and Cole, and they're going to battle out all year who's going to win Cy Young.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Which would be something special as far as I'm concerned.
Home runs are down for that because why? Because guys keep going because pitchers adapted. It's a no-brainer. It's just what it is. I mean, you know, deal with it. I mean, you look on there, and that's what, you know, batting averages are okay, but I think the average batting average is like 244. Because again, guys aren't afraid to strike out. Guys say, "Oh, I'll give up the strikeouts for the home run."
Oh yeah, they have no problem striking out.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, again, baseball. I mean, again, right now is who's leading in baseball on your home run wise. Let's see here. We got Joey Gallo, Mookie Betts tied with 13. Bryce Harper, Mookie Betts, Joey Gallo, Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, and Jose Ramirez, and Ozzy Albies was with Atlanta. Ollie with 13 home runs. That's it. 13 home runs. But yeah, you look at stolen base. I mean, strikeout wise, and who's leading the league in strikeouts? Joey Gallo, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton all have plus 50. I mean, Paul Goldschmidt's having a bad year, are all at plus 50. You've got you got like 15 guys that are already at 50 strikeouts for the season, and we're only a quarter way through.
Amazing.
You're going to have literally 15 to 20 guys, possibly 30 guys have 200 plus strikeouts. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's feast or famine. It's like one of those things where it's like people are just, like you said, they're not afraid to strike out because chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind of boiling down to, which is kind of crazy. But
I think Don Mattingly struck out one time 13 times in a season. I think Ted Williams basically, if he struck out 58 times in his season, he'd probably kill himself.
Right?
You know, I mean, this is 200. I don't know how many times. I bet you Ted Williams hasn't even struck out like 500 times in his career. But I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, you guys, they don't care. It's a long ball, but they're not hitting the long ball like on it because pitchers have adapted.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, that's the whole thing about this is that the game has evolved and the pitchers have had to evolve as well. So, like, it's amazing.
Top let's see, 1, 2.
But I mean, these guys are throwing harder and faster than ever. But the placement,
top 10 winners in baseball. Let's see, all the players that got 5 or more wins. Only one. Felix Hernandez has got the highest ERA, 5.0, which is ridiculous. He's just toast on there. But you look at basically is Carlos Carrasco on there. You're looking at it as under 3.66. And if you go by and then you include Verlander and Garrett Cole, who have 4 wins, they're at sub 1.5. I mean, Tyler Clippers 1.23. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Gio Gonzalez was not that really. He's with Washington. 4.2, 2.36. Gio Gonzalez is a good pitcher, not a great pitcher wise with it, and he's got on it. But you look at all these guys that are sub 2s on there, subs 3s. It's ridiculous because guys have adapted. I mean, strikeout wise, you've got pitcher wise. Holy crap! You've got like legitimately 30 pitchers with already 50 strikeouts or more.
Jeez.
I mean, the first page on here, which is like 25 pitchers, the lowest one is 51 strikeouts. And Garrett Cole and Scherzer at 93 and 91. Quarter way through the season, Max Scherzer's on a pace for 300 plus strikeouts. Him and Garrett Cole. and they're a quarter way. They're only going to get about 220 to 230 innings pitched, and they're going to get over 300 strikeouts. They're on pace for 360 strikeouts. That's Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax, Randy Johnson freaking numbers.
Oh,
That's nuts.
that is nuts.
That's I mean, the whips on there. You've got, I mean, the highest whip in the top 25 pitchers on there is a 1.41, which is not great. But you should see how many under one whips are out there, or 1.1 whips, under 1.1. It's ridiculous. Pitching's adapted. Again, the changeup on there. Again, you better, again, they figured that out real quick. Change the trajectory. Pitcher's like, fine, I'll throw a changeup. I'll throw a sinker.
Yeah.
I'll throw a goddamn slider or something on that. Or I'll throw a split finger. You know, again, that comes in there at the same, looks like the same point as a fastball, and all of a sudden that late movement just dies, and you're going, crap. Out. So, there we go on that. Holy crap. We went nuts that last hour.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. We got to get a little MLB in there. It's a long summer, and we take a little time off and kind of do a little midsummer spectacular. So any kind of baseball we can get in now, I'm sure that doesn't hurt the people's feelings, as the Facebook seem to enjoy it. So there we go.
Enjoy that screaming at each other.
Yeah, well, I think that's what it is. They just like watching us in turmoil. Apparently, I don't know what that's all about, but yeah. So no, that was cool. A little baseball chatter, and you got Houston up by fucking 16 points. 2.5 minutes to go in the half, and they're just blowing by Golden State. I don't know if Golden State's just not with it today, but I mean, it just seems like they're just blowing by them. A little unorganized, like long contested shots. They're not passing the ball like they usually do. They're usually very fluid with the ball movement. None of that going on here, and I think that's they just don't look like what I'm used to seeing out here. They're not playing the ball that I've watched them play. Now I don't know if that's what Houston's doing different that's making that happen or what, but to let a guy get into the paint like that on an inbound pass is insane.
Yes.
That's just laziness to me. No one even neither. It kind of reminds me. It's reminiscent of what Cleveland did yesterday. As much as the Celtics played a good game, Cleveland didn't even try to defend.
No.
And I mean, they didn't even make it. They didn't even try to pretend to defend. And that was really the difference for them. I mean, LeBron can score 50 fucking points, but if he doesn't even make an attempt to stop anybody, that's going to be a problem.
Right.
You know, because the rest of his team can't score. So, but yeah, it's just one of them things. So, oh my goodness, they got everything going their way right now. So I would, unless something drastic happens in the halftime, I mean, the momentum is just flowing. If they come out like this in the second half, it's going to be a long night for Golden State. Curry with a turnover. And, I mean, just behind the back, put Curry on his fucking ass, the easy dish for the layup. I mean, Jesus, that was embarrassing.
11 turnovers. There you go.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. They're just playing sloppy basketball. Does anybody even go try to guard that guy? Did everybody run away from him when he got the ball, or was I just tripping?
I thought there was a foul call and I didn't catch it.
Yeah, but no, they just all ran the other way. That was fucking pathetic. See, this is unwatchable to me. Like this is unwatchable to me. I don't care who wins or loses. I don't have any investment in the team, either team. But like the way they're I mean, it's just unwatchable. Like, you're not even going to try to play defense. I don't know. I can't handle it. Oh, now you're going to try to play defense? The one time you try to play defense? And apparently there's some kind of 3-second call or something. Okay, here we go with a little mini run. I guess if that's what you want to call it. What is that, a 4-0 run? 2 unanswered baskets. Well, thanks for hanging with us. You know, we're getting to the nitty gritty here, as far as our season goes. We're also creeping up on 500 episodes. I think it'll happen early next season. So hang tight with us as we make the milestone. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for chiming in on the text line, even though I didn't give it out as much as I usually do. You guys are still there, and the activity on Facebook was pretty good today. So we'll take that when we can get it. We appreciate you. So yeah, go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Studio 57 Radio, and we'll do some more watch it with us type stuff, and we'll have Midsummer Spectacular for DSR2, and then of course we've got tons of cool programming coming down the pipe. We got the best of that radio show will be returning, and of course Adult Brothers Unite. So hang tight for all that fun stuff. Plenty of cool things. So follow, like, and share even when DSR2 takes our little break. There's still plenty there for you. I appreciate everybody that has been tuning in and has been sharing our pages and our posts and getting involved and stuff. There's been a lot more activity lately, so we thank you for that. And we will try to keep bringing you some silliness. And if we got to argue more, then so be it. But thanks for chiming in and hanging out with us. We'll see you next week.
Peace out, brothers.
Deuces.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, the home